Hello friends, TECHMANPAT here. I hope you are well. I'm coming to you from New Zealand, Auckland, so a completely different scene, but I have a dirt report for you today that I think is pretty exciting. So welcome, the series where we dig into tech and telco and all the infrastructure drama no one else seems to want to talk about. But today, we're talking about a new partnership between NBN Co and Amazon's Project Kuiper and what it could mean for internet access across regional Australia. Is this a real game changer or just another sky-high promise? So here's what's going on. NBN Co has signed an agreement with Amazon's satellite internet project called Project Kuiper. We've talked about them before, and they're going to run a trial in early 2026. They're targeting remote areas of Australia that are currently served by NBN Sky Master satellites, which, let's be honest, are not that decent, but you know, it's old school technology now. So this Kuiper low Earth orbit technology, that's the new thing. So what's the goal? Well, it's a fleet of 3,236 low Earth orbit satellites, and Amazon plans to launch them using Blue Origin and of course other partners over the next few years. They haven't launched a single one yet, but they've got clearance and the production is ramping up. Now, the NBN trial will probably test how the Kuiper service performs in those regional and remote settings. It's a similar technology to Starlink, but eventually it could replace or even supplement Sky Master. This is, though, not a done deal. Let's call it an experiment. And I really do like the fact that NBN is experimenting. So why does this matter? Well, because NBN kind of needs the help. Sky Master's been a lifeline for people in the outback, but latency and bandwidth limitations have made it less than ideal, especially as more services move online. There's of course Starlink, which is taking lots and lots of customers away from the NBN. So if Project Kuiper works, we could see faster, more stable internet access for Australians living far from big cities, but also an alternative to Starlink. This could support lots of cool things, you know, education, remote health, agriculture, and let's say small business. But let's not ignore the timing. NBN has been under pressure between the fiber upgrades and a lot of suburban black spots that we all know about, and of course the elephant in the room, commercial pressure from Starlink. It needs a win in the bush. So look, can Amazon actually deliver with those rockets and satellites that does offer an alternative that could just leapfrog this traditional infrastructure for these areas? But this is again still just a trial. Amazon hasn't proven the Kuiper network at scale. Their first two prototype satellites, I think they launched in late 2023, and well, since then I suppose the full-scale deployment has only just begun. They plan to roll out services in 2025, but the commercial offerings will only be probably later this year, kind of around the same time as the NBN trial should kick off. And it seems that NBN is placing a very significant bet here, but it is the only alternative to Starlink. It's a smart one, I think. So Kuiper could help NBN avoid the costs of launching new Sky Master satellites, of course. And I think, on the other hand, NBN could provide Project Kuiper with customers and testing and facilitate this locally at areas that the Kuiper network could actually be beneficial. In regards to that commercial side, it could mean that it's a bit of a shifting model where NBN buys capacity from Kuiper rather than owning the hardware, the same way they do Sky Master at the moment. It's kind of when telcos buy bandwidth from undersea cable operators. This will let NBN focus on delivery and not the space race, which they really shouldn't be doing. As always, politics come into this, and economics. This could be spun as NBN outsourcing to a US tech giant, which would be the same as, you know, outsourcing to Starlink. This might not sit well with anyone, so let me know in the comments. But the reality is this kind of partnership is happening all over the world. Telcos are leaning on low Earth orbit satellite players, Starlink, Kuiper, of course, but there's also OneWeb, and this helps them extend these networks without laying more cables, which, you know, the cables are expensive, and this would be cheaper, quicker, and in many cases actually could work a lot better. Now, that Starlink conversation though, it already has a massive head start in Australia. It's up and running and people love it. And in places that NBN has forgotten, these are diamonds. But this NBN Kuiper deal could be Amazon's shot across the bow, as they say. NBN doesn't want to bleed customers to Starlink forever. They need an answer, and this could be it. They want to also control the pricing and the options, so I guess it goes hand in hand. But what's worth noting, Amazon isn't actually looking to sell directly to customers like Starlink. This is probably the big change. Kuiper is more of a wholesale model, and this gives NBN a way to keep billing and service relationships while using Amazon's space technology infrastructure, but keeping the rest in-house. So you're still servicing it from NBN and potentially via RSPs, which would probably be the deal. So what could go wrong? Well, Kuiper is completely unproven. Satellite delays, costs, blowouts, signal issues, and all are a very real risk. And if Kuiper fails to deliver, NBN could be left, well, scrambling. But let's face it, doing nothing isn't an option either. Sky Master just won't last forever, and it's already falling apart. The good news is this trial isn't just a handshake, it's kind of like a sign NBN is willing to experiment, and not a lot of large companies, especially government companies, are willing to experiment. And whether or not Kuiper is the answer, this trial could be the nudge that industry needs to start thinking differently about how we connect rural Australia. And I guess that's the real takeaway here. This isn't about satellites. It's about the strategy, because if Australia wants to stay connected from coast to outback, we need more than fiber. We need options, and NBN seems ready to, test the biggest one yet. So, folks, thank you very much for watching my little rant about Project Kuiper. And if you enjoyed a dirt report like this, smash the like button and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this. Would you go ahead and be part of the trial? And of course, if you want to let me know about new topics that are coming up, I get a lot of messages from people sending me topics and things like that. Please keep doing it. I'm going to try and get through them all. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you on another one. Bye!